I knew in high school I wanted to be a dentist. And when I went to Haiti and they were like, oh, we've never had a dental team come down here. And I was like, okay, it's something I could do. I can make a living and then could actually make a difference too. So
How did you meet? How did you start getting into the whole dentistry world? Like, tell us your story.
I absolutely did not want to be a dentist at all. I always wanted to open my own Japanese restaurant because that was
Okay.
my first job, my oldest aunt. And she's like, dude, like, don't do it. It's so stressful. You should go into medicine and be a doctor because in the Asian household, if you're a doctor, then you're awesome. If you're not a doctor, you're not so awesome. My parents immigrated from Vietnam. So it's like they worked their whole life to support their kids and like live this American dream. And their dream and their picture is like, successful as well as having a family, which is usually a boy and a girl, right? And having kids. But I think that's what I was so nervous about is like, I didn't want to disappoint my parents.
On today's episode of Hello Dreamer, we're stepping into the world of bright smiles and brighter futures with Andrew and Marcus of Tiny Tooth Co., a unique dental practice specializing in pediatric dentistry. These trailblazing entrepreneurs are not just partners in business, but in life as a married couple. Together, they're redefining what it means to create a safe, fun, and caring space for kids and their families. From Marcus's passion for dentistry to Andrew's dynamic career teaching spin classes and serving in the Army, this couple has a story full of determination, innovation, and heart. We'll dive into their journey as entrepreneurs, the challenges of building a business as a married couple, and their dreams for the future of Tiny Tooth Co. Let's dive in.
Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for coming.
thanks for having
Thanks
me.
for having us.
Yeah, this is something that we've definitely wanted to do with you guys. I mean, we just met recently. We actually booked at Tiny Tooth
Mm-hmm.
our daughters, and you walked in. I didn't know really much about it, and you walked in. I'm like, "Who's this Jack motherfucker?" Like, all right, and then I think I came up to you. I was like, "All right, let's just get out of the way. Like, where do you live? Who do you know? Like, you look
You did.
familiar." Yeah, and we pieced it all together, and like obviously it turns out like our paths have probably crossed so many times, and we just didn't even know it. Like we
Yeah.
have like same groups of friends and people we work out with and network with, and places that we frequent and all that stuff. We live in the same community, so your guys' business, what you've built, we'll get into it, but it's just
Yeah.
I told you this like 5 times on Saturday for your guys' 1-year anniversary,
Yeah.
but like what you did on Saturday was awesome, and like what you've
It was
built,
cool.
yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
And like we recognize like something, obviously everyone else obviously thought it was cool, but we know how much attention to detail, how much work, how much energy, how much thought, how much, emotion goes into not only having a day like that for your clients, your customers, but like building that type of business. And what you guys have done is super cool. So
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah, I booked with you guys the first time though because it's so cute.
Yeah.
Like I saw Jenny from Coffee Dose
Yeah.
post about it, and I'm like, I have to bring my kids there. Like I literally switched dentists because your guys' office is so cute.
Thank you.
It is so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And
Who's the receptionist that works up there that always
oh, Amanda.
Oh, Amanda.
I love
She's
Amanda.
awesome.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
she's a vibe.
I want to
Maybe
poach her
a
as
few-
our living nanny.
Hey,
She did
she,
used to
she
do
does.
that.
She still
Yeah.
actually still nannies.
Oh, I
Yeah.
asked her. I have her number. I have her cell
literally,
phone
She's
number.
babysitting, right? She said she's babysitting.
I mean,
Yeah. She's
I
like,
want her to.
Yeah?
She remembered our kids.
Oh, yeah,
Were
she's-
we one of
she's
your
awesome.
first people?
you were early on, yeah.
Yeah,
Hubby
'cause
and
she
Poppy,
remembered.
we got to hang out on the floor with the squishmallows.
Yeah.
So I remember too. Yeah.
Yeah, because I brought them with
Yeah.
you the first time, and
Yeah.
then Chris came the second
Rocky
time.
was no problem whatsoever, just like whatever. And Poppy was a little bit tentative, so we just hung out on the floor.
Yeah.
They crushed it.
Sounds about right.
I want to start by hearing like about you guys. Like you
Yeah.
two, obviously you're a couple. Like how did you meet? How did you start get into the whole dentistry world? Like tell us your story.
Yeah. You go.
Marcus first.
So dentistry, I knew in high school I wanted to be a dentist. So
Okay.
yeah, I thought health for a long, long time. And then we had friends that were dentists. We went on mission trips and stuff. And we went on one to Haiti and they were like, oh, we've never had a dental team come down here. And I was like, okay, it's something I could do. I can make a living and then could actually make a difference too. So like eventually we'd like to take our team on trips, places to like,
So cool.
yeah, when we're able to take them, take them far away and go like to mission
Serve
trips
the
and stuff like-
underserved.
Yeah.
Understood.
I mean, you can do it locally as well, but it'd be awesome to be able to just go on.
Yeah, I feel like that
trips
would
like that.
build like such a good team culture. Like them knowing that they are employed by you guys and you would take them on these trips. Like that'd build a really
Yeah.
strong team. That's cool.
And I think even like, I know this is getting off topic, but the Sunday party, like even that was big team building and like it's fun.
For
Like
sure.
I think
It's
they got
crazy.
really excited too, just seeing how the turnout was and seeing everything that they put into it, like come to life too. Cause that was like a full team effort too.
Yeah.
Those girls worked really, really hard. So
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really
So
cool.
you kind of always knew you wanted to be a
I knew for a long
dentist.
time, even going into college. So I knew I had to work for it. Like in college, obviously, you're like finding yourself. So I was like, oh, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll move to like the Virgin Islands and study sea turtles and stuff like that. I was like, you know,
I
getting
love the Virgin
focused. I do
Islands.
too. And I love anything. I love warm
I love
weather
sea
and
turtles.
anything, anything that doesn't get cold, anywhere that doesn't get cold. But then, yeah, stuck with the dentistry thing. Went to Colorado for dental school, and then I moved to Hawaii after.
What island?
Big Island in Hilo.
Okay.
That's how I got
kind of
yellow
like
fever.
small town.
Yellow
That's
fever.
true.
I'm yellow, by the way. Very tan yellow.
Yeah. Jack, too.
Did you know you always wanted to be a dentist?
No, I absolutely did not want to be a dentist at all. So I was in the restaurant business in high school. I was a server. I always wanted to open my own Japanese restaurant because that was
Okay.
my first job. You know, it's kabuki in Huntington Beach, sushi. I just love like customer service and like kind of being able to adapt to different personalities based on the customers.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love like the high of like being busy.
Yeah.
Right. So I've always wanted to do it. But then my family actually owns like a Vietnamese restaurant, like a fast food to go. And my aunt, my oldest aunt, and she's like, dude, like, don't do it. It's so stressful. You should go into medicine and be a doctor because in the Asian household, if you're a doctor, then you're awesome. If you're not a doctor, you're not so awesome. But fortunately,
Even today, in
I don't know about now.
2025?
Yeah, now you're like, oh, don't be a doctor. But it was cool, you know. So like, I didn't want to be a dentist. I didn't want to do anything with dentistry at all. But I went to college. I always wanted to be like an event planner as well. So it's like a wedding planner or be like Ryan Seacrest on like the New Year's like special, like
The
that
ball
host.
drop?
Yeah,
Yeah.
ball drop. I've always wanted to do that. I've also wanted to be like Mickey Mouse at Disneyland to like play around. I heard that she's like 5'2" and it's a girl and it's very small. Yeah, all different things. But at the end, I wanted to open my own restaurant and or go into entertainment because I was student body president in high school. I've always done like student government in college. And I've
always
created
been
a
a big
lot of
achiever.
a lot of events. I like event planning. So being a wedding planner, I had no idea.
You seem very extroverted. You're like the extrovert, you're the introvert, right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, I guess so. But I'm starting
Right?
to I'm starting to become introverted
You
now.
need your
Okay,
recharge
so am
time.
I.
Yeah.
You're the one that like draws everyone.
Owning your
He's
own business
definitely,
will
like,
do
the
that
one
to you,
that's, like,
dude.
Yeah.
I know, dude. I was like, yeah. Before
Oh.
I'm like, oh, let's get everyone here. Now I'm just like, dude, can we have it?
Now everyone get out.
People?
Yeah.
Just 4 people. 9 o'clock, let's go to bed. I'm
Yeah.
out. You know.
I think it's like the older you get too, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I need my space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But long story short, like my uncle's a dentist too. I was his dental assistant. I saw
Mm-hmm.
blood. I was about to pass out every single time. I fell asleep a couple times just being a dental assistant. I'm like, this is the worst job ever. But then, you know, going to college, I was an intern for Ryan Seacrest.
Were you really?
Yeah. And he's
That's
like star
fucking
98.7.
Oh
and
my
he's like,
gosh.
Andrew, get out of entertainment because entertainment is not the hype that you think it is. You're a smart guy, you're young, you should try to find something else to make your life more fulfilling. And that was like probably the best advice I got. And then so one of my friends, Kim, went to USC Dental School and was like, Andrew, why don't you come and help out with this nonprofit called AYUDA, where every month USC dental students and also dentists comes together to give back free dental services to children. So I went and then I'm like, wow, this is totally different from what I thought dentistry can be.
The kids aspect
The
of it.
kids aspect and actually being able to create an event like a community clinic
Yep.
and then also learning what you've been taught or your talents to give back to the greater good and the community. So I'm like, this might actually be awesome. So then I applied to dental school and that's how my journey started because of more like coming together for a bigger purpose. And that's my foundation of
Where'd you
that's
go
how
dental
dentistry-
school?
I went to USC for dental
USC?
school.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I went to Ohio State and Nationwide Children's Hospital for my pediatric dental
At
residency.
Ohio State.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Amazing. Did you always know you wanted to be a kid's
Is
dentist?
that pediatrics,
I
right?
always liked the kids, yeah,
Yeah. You did?
pediatrics. But when I went to Hawaii, I was just general dentist there for a while, and the clinic we worked at saw kids exclusively on Fridays, and I was like, oh, Fridays are the best day. So
Oh.
Yeah.
then after 3 years there, I went to UCLA for my residency and did
How'd you guys meet?
That was my next question.
online.
We met online.
Online?
Yeah.
Like where online?
I was his first
On
everything.
Grindr.
Grinder?
Really?
Grinder.
I was a virgin, 30-year-old virgin.
Damn, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I was not.
Okay, how old are you guys now?
I'm 38.
38, and you're
I'm 36.
okay. So you guys have been together for 8 years.
Mhm.
8 years?
And we got married like a year and a half ago.
And
Cabo.
when did
Where?
you? Gone.
Cabo.
Where in
Oh, we
Cabo?
love
Acre.
Cabo.
We got married at Acre, but we had everyone stay at the JW Marriott.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you been to
Cabo's
Acre?
like our favorite
Yeah,
place ever.
we
love
go to
the
Cabo
tank.
Yeah.
like
Obviously,
multiple
special
times a
spot.
year.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's just
What they've
so
done in
easy.
Cabo, off topic, is just fucking, you can't even comprehend it. And I feel like it's because of how close it is to San Diego and LA and fucking Austin, Texas and Colorado, and you can Northern California, you can get there
Oh,
in
yeah,
two,
everywhere.
3 hours. Yeah, I honestly, I kind of prefer to Hawaii, although
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
I do
Hawaii,
too.
but
I love
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Well, the
yeah.
tickets
the
are
food's
insane
better.
now. It's
Yeah.
like $1,000 each. It's
we just hacked
insane.
it. We just hacked it. Tell
We
the story.
You hacked
we
it.
bought tickets. We looked for tickets. There was 4 of us going to Hawaii because we're bringing the girls in April. It was $5,000
That
out
is
of
online.
John Wayne to Cabo
for the
for
air.
4
Just
people.
for airfare.
So we are flying out of LAX and it was like $1,000. So
Yeah.
it's not really a hack. It's just
I mean, kind of.
not
Those
flying
people-
out of John
yeah,
Wayne.
exactly.
Another way is
Yeah.
go
And
to
it's like
San
to avoid
Diego
LAX.
and then cross the bridge and then
Oh,
to
fuck
Tijuana
that.
over.
Not
It was
with
actually
kids.
pretty safe because when our wedding, we actually told people to do it, and my family went that route, and it was like $250. It wasn't bad.
Really?
So you're never leaving that terminal. You're just literally walking across the bridge, protected, into the
And then you don't have to worry
airport.
about
Oh, the
customs and
airport's
stuff.
right
Yeah.
there.
So it's like
Yeah.
parking
Customs
terminal.
like
is
walk
you
into
show
the
your
airport.
passport when you're
Exactly.
walking over the
It's a
bridge,
bridge.
and then
Yeah.
when you get to Mexico, you don't have to go through all that craziness.
It's like
'Cause that's the one thing
$250.
the Cabo
I
Dave
know,
does that
it
for
just seems
everywhere he
like-
goes.
I mean, if my Asian family can do that, I think everyone's gonna survive. Literally, like 25
Okay, put it
Asians
that
coming
way.
through. Yeah.
So you guys met online, and was it because obviously you guys are both very good looking? I'm sure just the attraction was mutual.
Yeah,
but
I'm like, this guy's hot.
I
and-
knew a friend of his in Hawaii. So one of his really good friends from dental school
Mhm.
was a friend of mine in Hawaii. I had seen pictures of him when he had visited, and then I saw his photo on there. I was like, I wonder if this is a catfish or not. So I reached out, and he was screening people at the time because he had been on thousands of dates
Dude,
and was not wasting
so
his time
exhausting.
anymore. So he was like, can we talk on the phone? I'm going to drive back to he's in the military as well. So he's like, I'm driving back to Post. Can we talk? I was like, okay. And then we talked the whole drive, the 2 hours. And
yeah.
then
So
at the end, I admitted that I kind of knew who he was.
yeah.
Aw.
So I mean,
Cute.
dating's so exhausting. I'm sure everyone knows, right? So it's like I went on so many different dates. I'm like, well, this is a waste of time. I really, really went on a dating spree where I had like 2 or 3 dates per night on the clock of 2 hours, and it got so bad
my
that
God.
I went on a date. And I forgot I wanted to date with that person for 2 hours. And I said, hey, we should go on a date and actually meet first. And he's like, bro, we actually went on a date.
Oh
And then,
my
you know, like when you break up, you kind of go through those ways. And I was
Yeah.
having a bad breakup during that time. And then eventually I realized like, I don't need anybody at all. You know, it'd be fun. Like I'm going to work on myself and really shift. And I know this is cheesy, but people always say like, you'll always find the person that you're
not
looking
looking.
for when you're not looking. I'm like, that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
So, but actually I did, you know, yeah.
Mhm.
I wasn't really looking, but I'm like, all right, let's see who's out there. But whatever happens, happens. I don't have any expectations.
Yeah.
But because of that, I'm like, I'm gonna screen this person before I meet them. So I just want to see if he could hold a conversation. Because the worst thing is like wasting your time because time's limited.
Going to sit at a restaurant, getting ready.
Seeing them for the
Yeah.
first, I'm like, oh shit, this is not gonna work.
Yeah.
You know, so let's so kind of reverse, and 8 years
That's
later,
amazing.
we're together.
Aw,
Yeah.
amazing.
He wasn't out during that
so
time. by
you
the way.
lived in Hawaii.
No, he was
I
never
moved
out.
to UCLA. So I was at UCLA at the time. And
Okay.
then he was at his friend's house just down the street. and that's
Oh,
when-
so you guys both lived in LA at this time. You weren't in Hawaii.
I was not. Yeah, I was
Okay.
I was here now.
Oh, you're
And then
back.
no one knew that you were gay.
Nope, I wasn't out. I was like thinking about it, but like I grew up very Christian. My parents were very conservative.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I don't know if it's worth the risk. Like, well, I lose the family, and then you know, you don't until you start telling people, you don't realize it's not a big deal.
How
Yeah.
how liberating was that for you?
It was awesome. And then
Yeah.
it's like the more people you tell, you're like, wow, nobody really cares at all. But it was like my close guy friends I was most nervous to tell. I
Did they
didn't-
always know? Did they say they
some of
always
them-
knew?
I never dated anyone. Like honestly, I
Yeah.
was like not dating.
Well, did you ever date girls?
Not really, no. Like I'd show interest in them, but I would never like
Yeah.
date or get
Mo-
serious
one
with
of my
anyone.
best friends was gay. Like he's been my best friend. He's my longest friend.
Mhm.
And I like watched him struggle with it. Like I always
Mhm.
knew, you know, but
Yeah.
he didn't come out
Yeah.
until he was like 30.
Yeah, me.
Yeah. Yeah, the same age.
I think going to Hawaii actually was the best because I went away from everything and it was like, okay, I'm my own person, and here people wouldn't care. So it's like, okay, I think it's something I am interested in, like doing. Like I'm not gonna live like
my life like this.
in a little
Yeah.
closet
That-
forever. So
There's a community there for that too, big time,
yeah,
right?
I didn't actually
Yeah.
get to know many of them there,
Got
but
it.
I was just like
Them?
just okay, it's us. I didn't
Yeah.
get to know us.
Those people.
Yeah, those people. But
Those
yeah,
aliens.
and then I was like, I told my parents' best friends first, so they had a support group
Yeah.
if they needed to talk to someone.
Aw,
And then I told them.
amazing.
And then when I told my sister, she's like, I know what you're going to tell me. And I
Oh.
said, what? And she's like, I can't say it first. You have to say it. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And
I
then
mean,
my
it's not a big
sister's-
deal.
My sister's gay too, so.
Oh, she is?
She wasn't out at the time either, but now she is, and she's getting married in
Did
July.
you inspire her?
She said that at our wedding. Yeah, she said,
Did she
she's
say
like,
that?
yeah, she's like, you
Aw,
made me
that makes me
realize
wanna
that
cry.
it's okay to love who
Yeah.
I want to love. Like,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
And then what about you?
So I grew up very Catholic. I was in
Mhm.
Bible school and church scouts all the way up to like 18, 19. So my friends knew, but my family actually they didn't know until I met Marcus. So
Okay.
a long time. And I think at the end of the day, it's like you never want to disappoint your parents and you don't want
Totally.
to change that. And my parents immigrated from Vietnam. So it's
Mhm.
like they worked their whole life to support their kids and like live this American dream, right? And their dream and their picture is like, successful financially as well as having a family. A family is very part of that dream that they painted,
Yeah.
which is usually a boy and a girl, right? And having
Mhm.
kids. But I think that's what I was so nervous about. Is like I didn't want to disappoint my parents. And at the end of the day, it's like, and I made that decision for them. So I'm
Yeah.
like, well, my grandma passed away during that time, and I was like, man, I wish I told my grandma because I never gave her the opportunity to prove me wrong. Because I
Yeah.
thought my mom was actually was about to become a nun, so she was in the convent to become a nun.
Mhm.
But then I'm like, well, if I were able to tell her and my dad, and they prove me wrong, then that's great. But I don't want to regret not giving them the opportunity to prove me wrong.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was hard. I think my mom
So
cried.
did they prove you wrong?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
I mean, it was very
Amazing.
hard still. My mom cried for a whole year,
Mhm.
because she thought it was her fault.
Yeah.
But and then my dad, I thought was opposite. I thought my dad was gonna be like, bye, peace out. And then my mom was like, okay, I'm gonna give you that nurturing love, but it was actually opposite.
Your dad was supportive from day
My
one?
dad was supported day 2. Day 1, he flipped out.
He's a dramatic
Yeah.
one. He like reacts, and then he's like,
Day
next day, he's
And
like,
it's
Yeah.
just
"When
because
we meet
they don't
Marcus?"
know.
I
They
mean,
don't
you're
know.
their kid.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But they don't know, like, they only know what they see in media, right?
sure.
And at that time, like, being gay was not a thing. Or,
Yeah.
like, it was looked down upon.
Or I think they were
Mhm.
worried, like, they kept both of our parents
Yeah.
said, we just hope it doesn't ruin your careers. Like, they
Yeah.
really thought like it would affect
Yeah.
how people looked at us as professionals.
okay, so let's fast forward into your professional career because you guys started this amazing tiny tooth code together, right?
Yeah.
Like,
What inspired that? Like, what did that conversation look like?
He's always wanted to be a business owner. He went in undergrad, he did business and economics, so that's like been his thing.
Yeah.
I like being in that support cheerleader role. I don't need to be like the one spearheading it. So I was like, okay, I'll help you in any way you need. So it was like his dream, and then we made it an awesome like vision, and then where it overlaps nicely is that we both wanted to create like great experiences for families and kids, and I think that's what we've
So
done
cool.
at this
It
point.
touches us.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously.
So you guys have been together for 10 years, right? 10 years. And then were you both working in dentistry offices and then you decided you wanted to do this?
So
Tiny
I
Tooth
think
Co?
it was just like how it was going to happen, because I did my residency in pediatrics before him. So I was finishing mine up when he was finishing up his commitment in the army. And then afterwards, I don't know if he knew what aspect it was, but he saw like, okay, he likes the kids too. So he went to residency. We moved to Ohio for a couple years.
Mhm.
And while we were there, since he was in pediatrics, we're like, well, obviously now we know it's going to be. We're going to open something for kids. And while we were there, we started working on like the branding and the marketing and everything. So
It's so good.
we had that before we knew where we were going to
Yeah.
even live. So we knew the name and like the little whale and everything. Like we worked with a gal, Test Monkey down in Texas. She was so fun. Like, and
Yeah.
We just got an award today, by the way.
I know.
Really?
Yeah.
For what?
It was like international design for brand.
like
Amazing.
recognition
We
was,
literally
like,
got an
oh,
award.
That's awesome.
We didn't,
Congrats.
we didn't submit anything. Yeah, she just messaged us today, like,
that's
oh,
cool.
So amazing.
yeah, it was really cool.
Hanging on the
whale-
wall.
Yeah. So the whale in itself and the balloon wasn't actually a part of the brand, but Marcus saw it as a part of a
You know the
different type
murals
of
like
What
on
does
the
it mean
window? Like,
Yeah.
to you?
well, we just wanted something whimsical and like something that like kind of like dreamland, like, imagine the
Imagine a
yeah.
whale with a balloon.
Yeah, like it's like, and we
Cute.
didn't want anything
Yeah,
gentle. Like,
it is
like a lot
cute.
of different offices are like, have a molar bear, like a polar bear that's
Or
made
a
out of a
tooth.
molar or
Yeah.
a tooth.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're like, let's have something completely untooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we didn't even want the balloon to look like
It's
a
already in
tooth.
the
We're like,
name.
let's just have it like
Yeah.
and be something that's recognizable. Like you just give a sticker, and if someone sees it, they're like, I go
Tiny
there.
Tooth
Yeah,
Co.
exactly.
Yep.
For
Like we
Yeah.
wanted it to be a brand, you know. Like,
No, I love
And
it.
so we're
Yeah.
like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like people see our phone. My phone has the sticker on the back, and kids will be like,
Do they ask you,
Tiny
do you
Tooth
work
Co.
there?
Or kids will be like, Tiny Tooth Co. Like,
Yeah.
they like,
Kids.
like okay, like our friends.
Parents will
yeah,
message us
yeah.
like, "Oh, they saw the whale."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
But I actually want. So I did adult dentistry for 4 years. So I
Mhm.
served in the military as a general dentist. So I did 4 years active duty, and then I finished that, and then went to residency.
Got
But I
it.
think like I used to like moonlight or work
Mhm.
on the side while in the military in Fashion Island with Dr. David Higgleson, my mentor. He's awesome.
Mhm.
But I didn't want to sell, and I felt like although I wasn't selling to adults, like when I said you need a crown, I felt like I was selling,
Mhm.
because they truly did need a crown.
Yeah.
But with pediatrics, like, okay, why did you start dentistry, Andrew? Like what made you want to start dentistry? And it's really like to play with the kids and give back and change that experience. Because
Mhm.
I had a shitty dental experience and I was scared. I was literally
Your
that
teeth
kid.
are so good.
Oh,
They're amazing.
likewise.
Yeah.
Dude, I was that kid that like when they came in with the syringe and the needle, I literally flicked it off and I ran literally across the street
Oh my
because I was so
God.
definitely afraid. But I'm like, why don't we just desensitize the kids? We don't wear scrubs in our practice, as you know.
Yeah.
Like obviously we are OSHA and all infection
I never
control.
thought
fine.
about that.
Yeah, it's
Why
like
do
why is it so
people wear
scary?
scrubs?
And the white coats and stuff.
I mean, maybe in the hospital I get it, but
Yeah.
why? In doctor's office,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's cool.
right?
Sometimes it's
I
hot.
know
I
one
don't
of the
know.
first things I did.
Sometimes it's gonna be more
The
hot.
status thing.
Well,
too.
now
Some
there's-
people are like,
Status thing, I don't know.
Yeah, the cute scrubs. What are the
yeah,
cute scrubs? Well,
figs.
yeah,
Figs.
figs.
Johnny, yeah, the
Yeah.
cute
I'm one
ones.
of the
Fucking
ambassadors
genius.
actually.
Are you really?
Figs, yeah.
You're one of their what? Oh, they're ambassadors?
Yeah.
That's
Well, I
funny.
don't know
The
where
guy
they're
that does it all.
If I were gonna wear scrubs, I'll wear figs.
Yeah.
Go
That's
figs.
funny. No, I feel like branding's literally everything. Like, and I can't think of another kid's dentist office that's branded like you guys are.
Yeah.
And like for the moms booking the appointments, because like what, 90% of the parents booking the appointments are the moms.
Yep.
Like, I'm gonna take my kids to the cutest dentist office, and
That's
that's
what we do.
definitely what you guys are. So
Thank you.
yeah,
You hooked her. You got her.
yeah.
Here-
Branding,
and here we
branding
are.
sells
But
me.
you know what's funny too is like we talk about this in our practice. Like we have the most awesome parents
Mhm.
and most good looking moms and dads and kids.
And the kids are all cute. And
I
Yeah.
mean,
Put
we're in
together.
Newport
I
freaking
know.
Beach.
I know.
Yeah.
You never know what you're gonna
I wanted to create something called DILF of dentistry.
We're
Long,
not in
long
fucking-
shot on that one.
Yeah, we're
I
not
know.
in Downey or
I know.
whatever,
But-
Chino Hills.
Hey, whoa,
We have
whoa,
people
whoa.
eat.
But
We have
we-
people drive from places though, like Long
Yeah.
Beach,
2
and
hours.
Like yeah,
people from Miami, Seattle as well. Yeah,
That's
we
so
had
cool.
literally a family of 4 yesterday that drove 2 hours just to see us. Temecula is a big one.
like
Marietta.
Menifee. We have a bunch of moms in Menifee.
That's
Like
the IE.
they even call
So-
themselves like the crunchy moms because we're like willing to not like we're not gonna force
We're not gonna force
fluoride
you,
down
yeah.
your throat.
Yeah.
If you're not
Give you
comfortable with
different
it. We have
options.
BPA free stuff too. So like things that are like more
Yeah.
holistic, natural.
Yeah.
and we're
Why
not
do you
gonna force
think-
things?
Why do you think people are flocking towards you guys?
I don't
Like,
know.
is it the marketing? Is
Yeah.
it the branding? Is
I
that
think
why
so.
you think?
I think word of mouth too. I think, like, yeah, talking because we're in Newport, even though it's like California, that's small town vibe.
Yeah,
like,
it
moms are
is.
close. You get like your little mom cliques and one talks about it, then the other one
Yeah.
wants to be part of it. And we try to make it, like you said, it's cute now that we've had the party too. I hope people are like, I want to
Mm-hmm.
be part of something like that.
You
Yeah.
guys offer an experience. Your guys' business, you can't just like, put in your credit card number and it shows up on your doorstep. People that physically have to put their asses in their seats, their kids' asses in the seats, come down here, see you, cut time out of their day.
Yeah.
Right. And for that type of business, like, yes, you do have to have a digital presence, but at the same time, the word of mouth, especially locally here in your community, is just like so paramount.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like you guys have probably seen the most explosive growth out of word of mouth. I don't even know, and I'm
For sure.
and
Yeah.
I'm
Absolutely.
pretty sure I'm right.
Yeah.
Word
For
of
sure.
mouth
Yeah.
and Instagram, those
Yeah.
are the two big
Well,
ones.
'cause
And the
people
reason
will-
why it's easy
Yeah.
to advertise digitally when you have a fucking promo code and you can just put in your credit card number
Well,
and it
when
shows
you
up
have
on
a
your front
cute
doorstep.
office,
Yeah.
people want to film it on social
Yeah.
media.
Exactly.
Literally.
Yeah.
So that's one aspect to it. But people, the moms in the parks and like, yeah, I mean, you know where I'm going with this. Word of mouth. People shopping at Fashion Island. Like everybody
Yeah.
talks around here.
Yeah.
Everybody usually frequents. If you have to go frequent a place where you're gonna, spend your time and money. Usually people shop at the same places, eat at the same little restaurants around here.
Mhm.
You guys are going to be no different. You've
Yeah.
proven you're 1 year in, and you guys are.
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing great. And I
Mhm.
mean,
So,
it was funny when after that visit, I started following you guys on my personal social media account. And there was like 15 of my friends that were already following Tiny Tooth. I'm like, what the fuck? Like they're already going there? Like that's so cool, you know?
Yeah. What's cool too is like parents will come in and they didn't know that, you know, they're friends, and they eventually just sit there for an hour and a half
Jackie,
talking
our
in the
neighbor.
front. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jackie Hansen?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. We just saw her today.
Yeah.
She's
that's
awesome.
funny.
Ryan
I know.
Hansen, Jackie
Ryan,
Hansen.
yeah.
I love her.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
love
both
her.
of them. Whole family's good.
She's in my bunco group. I play bunco once a
Are you
month
going to
with.
the Nerf party tomorrow?
No, I'm not going to the Nerf party.
I saw
with
like
12
Chad
girls.
Angle and his family
Love
there.
Chad.
That,
Yeah.
like
Brooke and
just-
Chad, yeah. They actually just, their kids broke a habit and we gave them a present from thumb sucking and no bottle using anymore. So
Oh, we love Brooke.
Aw,
Acre.
amazing.
Acre, yeah, because they got married at Acre too. So
that's why we got married at Acre, because
they
of Chad.
Brooke and Chad.
Oh,
And Brooke.
Acre is where you said.
Yes.
Okay,
We've been
Acre.
Yeah, but
They
they
call
on
it
there they call it
Acre.
Acre.
Yeah.
so
Yeah, we
yeah.
went there.
Acre. Yeah, we
Big
went to
Acre.
Acre.
Went to
Yeah,
Acre.
it's kind of like the Flora Farms, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like Acre better though than Flora Farms.
Yeah.
Way
Same.
better.
Yeah,
That's why
way
we got
better.
the- it's
That's
like
in Cabo.
So we literally,
It's kind of creepy though when you're walking
Driving
down
there,
like
too.
those
The
freaking
jungle.
tree houses and like.
Mhm.
Did
Yeah.
you guys stay there or you stayed at
we
Grand
stayed at the
whatever?
JW.
JW.
Yeah. Okay.
But we did have like one
We
of
had the
tree houses
treehouse.
for outfit changes.
you
'cause
did?
Since
I'm not-
he's
I'm
the
not
guy
staying
that
there.
does the most, we
It's
changed 3 times.
creepy.
yeah.
Yeah.
My
It
friends stayed there.
Yeah.
They said it was like the
So
jungle.
it's awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
we
know.
got married there because of Chad and Brooke.
Because
That's
they
so
did
cool.
Oh,
it
is that
like
what they got
several years
married?
before, and they were talking about it. Like, this is the sex experience we would want. And they're like, okay, we'll give you all the names of the people that we worked with.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
at that time we weren't even friends with Chad and Brooke. We just actually knew of them because we went to the same wedding. And then they're awesome, and we're like, oh, we like their vibe. If they like it, I'm pretty sure we'll love it. And we booked it literally the next day, sight unseen. Well, online.
Yeah.
But we didn't go visit.
We
We're
should
like-
tell Nate to
Yeah.
look into that.
Yeah, we should.
That's way
We have
better.
a buddy getting married.
No
down there
offense,
soon.
and they're
Yeah.
Michelin star now, by the way.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, their food is phenomenal.
Yeah, it
So
was
good.
great. It was a good experience.
Their
And,
biscuits
like,
are amazing.
Oh yeah, I actually
biscuits
remember
were
the
amazing. Yeah, I
biscuits.
remember
Biscuits, yeah, and the
I
honey butter.
remember the
Oh,
biscuits,
so good.
yeah.
That's
So
what I
good.
remember about this place,
That's
food wise.
funny.
Switching back more into like business mode. When you guys started the business, was this something that you guys like saved for? Or did you guys raise money?
Good question. So I saved money, and also we had a bank loan. So the bank actually.
So you guys own 100% of it.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Well, we
Nice.
actually had an investor or a couple investors that wanted to blow up Tiny Tooth Co. before it actually became Tiny
like
Tooth Co.
franchise it?
Yeah, so we had a couple of investors where I created something called a deck, which I didn't even know. It's basically a presentation.
I know
What
all
are
about
those?
a deck.
They're like, oh, create a deck. I'm like, Google, what is the business deck?
An investor deck.
Yeah, investor. So I'm like, okay, I think this is what it is. And I sent it to him because it was our friend Stacy, my best friend. Her friend actually has an investor group.
Mhm.
And then eventually they saw the concept, like, this is awesome. We could bring it into like 11 locations at once.
Mhm.
And this is us not even
But you
open
would
yet.
own how much equity if that
Exactly.
happened?
So that's what happens. Like, we didn't want, yeah. So exactly. So after all is done, they're like, let's do this. We'll fund 100% of it. I'm like, well,
And
who
you
has to
guys can have
fund-
1%.
Yeah. He's like,
And then you
be
could get booted out of it.
Yeah.
So it's going well.
He's like, you be CEO, all this stuff. I'm like, but who makes the last decision and word? Because I don't want to make money off kids.
And you don't want to work for someone else.
And-
You're
yeah.
starting your own business.
Yeah.
You own your own business.
But I don't want to fall under like a corporate where we're just looking in investment back financially. We
Yeah.
want to invest in our kids and their experience, and it's just not our culture, right?
Yeah.
That's not our core
like
values.
I
yeah.
think what we do too, like we spend money to make money. Like we're probably spending way more than most dental offices would too, like for experiences and like the party and things like
That party wasn't
too.
cheap.
Like,
I know. It
and
wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like,
We had a lot of support.
we like to take our
What's
staff
that?
out to lunches and
supporters.
dinners. So it's
Mhm.
like we do a lot.
But it'll
So-
pay off in the long
yeah,
run.
exactly. Like,
So eventually, now that you guys have this first location that's 100% yours, do you guys want to franchise and open other ones?
I wouldn't call it franchise, but we
Mhm.
want to partner with like-minded pediatric dentists to
Okay.
create another
Like
office. I don't know what it would be called, like I guess a corporate partnership
Okay.
where we still own 51% and this
Uh-huh.
other dentist who will be the owner doc will be 49%, but that doctor will run that practice, Tiny Tooth Co.
Yep.
But we will
You'll give them
always-
the handbook.
Exactly.
Yep.
But also help and guide them, Because
Yeah.
a lot of dentists and medical professionals, they don't want to run the business out of it. So we want to be, I guess, their supporters as well.
Yeah.
it's kind of
It's like a
fun.
license, like a licensing deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No
We
idea.
know
How
a
that
lot
works.
of
Maybe you can help
great-
me out.
I know, we
no
know about
idea.
that.
We
Yeah,
know great ones
please.
that we would partner with too.
Whatever
Like
you guys need.
Yeah. But
No, I mean, you should. I
Yeah.
feel like that would be a good business model. And like, it's way, obviously, for you guys to make more revenue. And I feel like these up and coming pediatric, whatever, graduates, right?
yeah.
They're going to want some kind of handbook, you
Yep.
know, instead of, and it's a way for them to start their own company right off the bat and own half of it,
Yeah.
you know?
I know we have a lot of friends in different states, like bring Tiny Tooth Co. here, and we've gotten like a lot of messages like, if you ever open San Diego or San Francisco, we want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
These are pediatric dentists.
I
So,
mean, you're connected with Jenny too. She knows all about these storefronts and
Yeah.
all of this.
yeah.
Yeah, you should
I
talk to
mean-
her about it too. Well, yeah, and he does as well.
And we
So-
were trying to get the spot at like the ranch for a long time because we knew like Coffee
like a
Ghost was going to bring in
perfect-
the moms, and then we didn't even realize how much of a gold mine. Like
Yeah.
being next to Becca at New Mom School,
Oh,
was
New
too.
Mom School's
She's awesome.
fantastic.
Like, and then like
yeah.
Yeah.
the mommy, we love the mommies from there. They're so awesome.
I mean,
Goldmine.
it's like basically a built-in referral
Oh, yeah.
system
That was my
there.
next question,
Exactly.
actually. Like,
Yeah.
how long
Such
did
a
it take
good
to find that
relationship,
location? Or how did that location land in your lap?
We tried for
It
a
was
while.
actually our first location that we looked at, and then a year passed because we looked at many different things, and we came back to that first location.
And well, at first they were like not interested, I don't think, in dental, and then they're like, okay,
So
actually.
they were interested, but I didn't know like what rent was in California because I was still in Ohio.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
So Ohio was like 5,000-6,000. Here it's like, oh, here's 10 to 12,000. I'm like, oh, that's really expensive. And then being here often, I'm like, okay, this is actually
You're
normal.
like, this is just California
Yeah.
prices.
It's California. Over there, it's a
Yeah.
lot
In
higher.
Ohio, you can own the land and the building. Here, that's not even like.
Well, what's cool
Yeah.
about our center too is becoming like a kids hub. So our friend is opening up his own pediatric. I'm sorry, yeah, he's a pediatrician.
Uh-huh.
So it's called Ocean's Pediatrics. So he's gonna
Okay.
come next door to us.
Oh, cool.
So he was the
Gosh.
CEO of Coastal Kids, and then he sold it, and now he's creating Ocean Pediatrics.
Amazing.
Yeah, one of our patient Danielle Roach, she has a chiropractic for babies
Uh-huh.
called Verve. So she
And
was a
she's
patient
coming
of
there
ours.
too?
She's
Yeah,
there
already
now.
open, yeah, she's open.
Damn.
So I literally
And
messaged
she
she
does like
came in.
prenatal, like
You
Yeah.
guys are just
and
gonna
stuff.
feed off each
Yeah,
other.
literally,
That's
she came
like
in.
perfect.
She came in. I'm like, oh, what do you do? She's like,
Content for
I do
kids.
like kids, like chiropractic. I'm like, oh, you should go here. The next day, she
She
sent me a
sent a
picture
picture
of
of
the keys, and now she's in our building. So,
That's
Oh my God.
hilarious.
so it's great to
There's
have
Good
that
for
opening up. There's a
her.
bunch, and
Yeah.
there's like a what is it? A pelvic floor rehabilitation going in.
Like-
too.
Oh yeah.
For, like,
So after
kids,
you
yeah,
birth
for
a
Yeah,
child.
adults.
exactly. So
But it's cool because
fun.
like it's all like Kids Central. We all are friends too. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, of course I'm gonna refer to my friend that we trust.
Yeah.
know?
Do you guys want to have kids?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Working
Yeah.
on that, right?
Take on my
When?
questions,
So we
girl.
just actually
Am I?
Yeah.
so we've been
That's
looking
cool, though.
for an egg donor for a bit, and we just actually put a deposit down on the girl that we met.
Like a surrogate?
Donor.
An
like
egg
the
donor.
So
yeah.
How do you
the
pick them?
genetic
Yeah,
code.
explain
Do you
that
find
process.
like the hottest girl out there, the healthiest,
I used
hottest
You can't
girl?
do that. That's what he would do before.
We wanted a Brazilian initially.
Yeah, because we wanted
Okay.
someone like kind of like
Exotic,
exotic,
an
well,
exotic
and racially
baby.
ambiguous. So it's like because
Yeah.
obviously we're gonna have very different genes going into this
Yeah.
child. So like if we have one of his and one of mine, we wanted them to kind of look similar. But
Yeah.
we ended up with a very Caucasian, very white girl. So it'll be obvious who's who's.
How did you find? Tell me about that process.
Yeah. So because we've been doing this for about a year and a half. So
Okay.
it's actually different departments or departments.
Agencies.
So there's an agency, there's many different agencies that can help find your egg, which is
Mhm.
separate from a surrogate. So
Mhm.
you find an egg donor, right?
It's like a
and
dating app, really. You
literally-
like look through it, all their stats,
You
the
like
pictures.
swipe for their picture.
No,
So
you
it starts with the way that they
scroll.
look, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then you dive into their medical
Can you
history.
send me- I was just gonna ask that. Yeah.
everything. Yeah. So you have like a whole list of like 100 girls in this agency, for example.
Mhm.
Then of course you're looking like, oh, who's the cutest one? Then you click on it, and then you're like, okay, now I'm like looking at GPA, overall health, any type of like
Psychiatric.
psychiatric, parents' occupation, grandparents' occupation, their health, their
Damn.
siblings, literally everything that you want to know when you want to date somebody, pretty
Yeah.
much. But now, like besides stalking
But
them,
it's
you
just
actually
like
have it in front of you.
available
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah, and then there's photos, and then there's videos. So say that you get the girl that you want. So you're like, hey, is donor 467 available? And they're like,
Sounds
yeah,
Squid Game.
donor 467 is available, and yeah, literally, it's available, and she's costing $15,000 for her eggs, and then there's an agency fee of another $15,000, so it's $30,000 if you want to use this person, pretty much. So how the process? So we selected one this week.
We got to meet her on
Congrats.
Zoom
Yeah.
too, so it was fun. Like last week we
Who-
Oh, you talked to her?
yeah, because I think that was nice. That was one thing
Yeah.
I wanted to be able to do to make sure like you vibe with them, right? Because it's going to be half of your child.
Well, initially, I was
She was cool. She was
I
really
kind of want
sweet.
to ask like whose fucking cum's being used.
Both of us.
Oh, both.
Because then we get
You
all
can-
the eggs that she.
combine it?
No,
Combine
no.
your guys'
You can't
Fucking valid
Yeah.
question.
Put your
Mark.
eggs, shake it up, and then pour it in. No,
Like a potion.
Well, because like one baby is gonna have to be
Yeah.
you and her, and the other
Yeah.
one's gonna have to be.
So it'll be very obvious which one's which.
Yeah.
So the process is like, so you select the girl goes on meds for 2 weeks to help increase her
fertility
egg
drugs,
count,
like
fertility.
Okay.
They extract her eggs, and then that donor is now done.
Okay.
So after they extracted her eggs, she gets 20, right?
Mhm.
Like,
Viable eggs. And
viable
then we
eggs,
10 and 10, hit 10 and mix with his, 10 and mix with mine, and we see how many
healthy
healthy
embryos.
embryos we get.
So
Got
after
it.
the eggs, then say that 20 eggs extracted, and then they're like, which one's healthy? Say that's 10. It's always 50, 50, 50.
Mhm.
So 10 good ones. So we're like, okay, 10 good eggs, and then our sperm.
Mhm.
So he'll get 5 eggs. I'll get 5.
The technical term.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? It's 2025.
It's 2025.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
Andrew likes that word.
Yeah, I don't
Whatever.
mind it.
Yeah.
But
Then why'd
5
you
and
say
5.
sperm?
Yeah, I don't know. Because that's my dirty side. But yeah, 5 and 5, and then afterwards, we're gonna see which one is healthy. We'll take 1 embryo from him, 1 embryo from me, and then we'll put in a surrogate.
We're going to try for twins.
Who's a
I guess,
host?
after that.
Oh,
So- We
We
damn.
might be crazy, but
We got a couple dads and a couple family members that actually did the same process. So
And they got twins?
yeah, so same mom, different dads, different, obviously the same surrogate, but the surrogate.
Same donor, same surrogate,
Yeah.
right?
mhm.
No,
Same
so
donor, yeah.
same.
Or donor is a
surrogates.
different person than the
Yeah, the
surrogate.
donor and the surrogate are 2 different people.
Yes.
I know, but the both eggs
Mhm,
come
would
from
be
the
from
same
the-
donor.
yes.
Yeah, and
So
then
they'll
go
be
into it a
half
different
related.
surrogate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this host, the surrogate, is holding basically like the same mom and 2 different dads. So they're being born half siblings,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but completely different dads.
So
But born at the same time. It's
wild.
crazy.
That's
Yeah.
so wild. So it's
That's magic.
Yeah.
the way that I always thought it was done is I didn't think the egg donor existed. I thought it was just the surrogate, and
And
you guys
sometimes you
put
can do
2
that.
eggs in the surrogate, and then
Oh.
she was technically the mom. But I like it better this way
Mhm.
because like the surrogate can't come back and be like, "That's my kid."
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because
Because
legal.
that's
a lot
not
legal.
her
It's not,
kid.
yeah.
Mhm.
If not, you just turkey base it for $5.
Yeah.
You know? I have friends that have turkey base, literally.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
If you could be surrogate and egg donor, yeah, just literally he came on the
That's-
door, turkey base it, and put it on her, and then they had 2 babies.
Oh my
Her legs were out.
god.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
go-
a cheap way if you
Go
know anyone.
vertical.
Yeah,
Handstands.
yeah.
Oh, we won't even
Is that
go
how you
hands-
get pregnant too?
I swear by a fucking handstand, you
Yeah.
guys. Like I swear, the second
2 for 2.
I
That's awesome.
did
Really?
a handstand, like just my legs were on the bed and like I like came down the side of the bed.
Yeah, you did.
No
So
pun
I was
intended.
like, I was this way,
And there it is.
and then we got pregnant.
Both times.
Like
I have
first
super
time,
swim, too.
first
Oh my
time.
gosh,
That
that's
was how
awesome.
I'm
Poppy.
fertile as fuck.
That's how
yeah.
Poppy was made.
We're literally 2 for 2.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We're
That's
batting
awesome.
100. We're batting 1,000.
How do you know I'm not the fertile one? Can't I be the more fertile one?
But if I wasn't, you wouldn't.
You
be
both are
pregnant.
probably
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like you.
That's
I don't
awesome.
know. I swear, but I tell people that like, yeah, I'm
Are
like,
you
you
guys
need to
done?
do
Are
a
you gonna have any
handstand.
more?
No, we have to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a part of me is like, we should, like, I do want a boy.
Yeah.
I had gender disappointment with both girls actually,
really?
because I really well, now I can't imagine it any other way, but I really wanted a boy.
Yeah.
You still can.
I know, but I don't know. I know.
The reason why.
5% of me, I tell him this like
5%.
wants to. Just 5%. I don't know.
And really, the big reason is we're now at a point.
We're in
you
the
guys have never
clear.
kids. We're like almost in the clear.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like going back into waking up middle of the night in diapers and all that. But I know that's such a small. It's like such a selfish thought too.
Yeah.
For like a lifetime of joy
Because
and
20 years from
happiness.
now,
Oh,
we'd
for
be
sure.
stoked
Yeah.
if we had
Oh,
a
yeah.
But like in
kid.
the moment, we're like, we see the light. Like but we're doing fun things with our life now. She's
Yeah.
like starting this other business. Like, would we be able to do that with,
No.
like
I mean,
a
we would figure it
1-month-old
out.
boy?
Yeah.
We
But-
figured out we're the
Even-
best at that.
Yeah.
But like, fuck.
Yeah.
I know.
I know. I just don't know.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
I know.
2's already a lot.
5%, we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why
Maybe.
we're like, let's just do twins and
It's better
suffer
to just
together.
get it over with.
Then
Yeah.
we'll probably.
that is such a cool story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is a cool
Literally
story.
magic.
It
It's
is.
fucking
I
rad.
know.
Well, good luck
hopefully
to
we'll have
both of
another
you.
baby. We'll have babies. We'll probably have our first kid next year. Yeah, hopefully 1 or 2.
Damn.
I know.
That's so exciting.
I
So
know.
when do you know if the eggs are good by? How long does that take?
So we'll probably know
The next
in the next 2 months.
And then you have the surrogate.
No,
Okay.
now we're waiting for a surrogate. So if you know anyone,
We'll use an agent.
Ash could find you one in 5 hours.
oh yeah,
Fucking Inspector Gadget over
I'm
here.
pretty damn resourceful.
There you
I'm
go.
not gonna
She's no
lie.
joke.
I know. We have a lot of parents that like, oh, we know somebody or oh, we host it. I'm like, I don't know.
Will you work with an agency though?
Yeah,
Because they'll take care
Are
of
you
all the
already
legal
talking to
stuff.
one?
Yeah, we have an agency for that too. We had to
Okay.
do like they did like an interview thing with us too to make sure we're not crazy and we're doing it for the right reasons.
but it's better without doing the agency. I mean, you have all the lawyers and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
it's sane person that.
Do you guys watch Shrinking on Apple TV?
Is that
Okay, you
good?
need to watch it.
Okay.
It's good. There's a gay couple in there, and they're doing the whole egg surrogate thing. It just
What
reminds
is
me
it
of
about?
this. It's Harrison Ford's in it. It's Harrison Ford and Jason
Jason
Segel.
Segel.
It's like I don't normally like comedies, but it's like more. I like horror, scary drama.
really?
Yeah, but it's kind of like a comedy, but it's really good. Yeah, the wife dies. Their therapist. There's a gay couple. It's good. Watch
Right,
it.
that's
Watch
We
it.
need. We
Yeah.
should totally.
It's
What-
on
what are you guys
season
watching
2
right
too.
now?
What do we watch right now?
We don't watch so much TV.
Yeah, we don't really have much downtime together.
We need a new show. Severance came out.
We
I
don't
love
watch
Severance.
TV
Okay.
either. We YouTube.
How is it? I would literally murder him if I started a business with him. Like I could not do it. I love him so much. Don't take this the wrong way, but I could never fucking work with him. So how has that been?
That's
He's been
good.
awesome.
Like
Really?
I have to like.
What's been
remind
the
him
hardest part of that?
I don't know. I think, well, I guess on his days, like I'm like, just do whatever you would do to treat your patients. Like I don't feel like I don't babysit him. Like
Yeah.
it's your day, it's your patients. You're a great doctor. You do. So I guess
Yeah.
not multi-managing him at all.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Like
What
would
are
you
your
say?
He's a-
roles?
I'm
he
always
likes
working
to
too
work, so
much,
he's
yeah.
always working.
I think
so that's the
that's
thing. Sometimes I'll
that's
be
the
like,
problem.
okay,
I work too much.
phone down. Like he'll like respond on the text message at 4 in the morning. I was like, I don't think that anyone is expecting to hear from you at 4 in the morning.
But they
Like,
do because they
not
say
at
thank you
night.
so much.
Yeah.
do, but I mean, it's something that you can.
But also, yeah, I guess I could work
less.
less, but I do like talking to our
Yeah,
patients
yeah.
and our parents, and we become
Mhm.
friends
Yeah.
afterwards because
Sure.
it's not like a business transaction for us at all. It's about the community and like just a relationship. So
Yeah.
yeah, of course, like if a kid is in trouble or if a mom wanted some help, it will take me 1 minute to respond. That will help her all night. Yeah, it's totally worth it for
Yeah.
sure. You know,
So are you more like run the business and you're more on the dentistry side? Obviously you do
Yeah,
the
we both
dentistry
Yeah.
too.
Side. Yeah.
But you're more the business runner.
yes.
Got it.
And I because I'm the one that's like, tell me a task and I'll do it, but I don't spearhead it.
You seem like such a sweet little angel.
Oh, thanks.
I love you.
I seem like the devil. Just kidding.
Chris is the sweet little angel.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't
Yes.
think he causes like war, but I think I'm like the peacekeeper, the one that the staff's probably a little more comfortable telling things. Like if they have
Like
like
Andrew
a concern,
walks in the room and like,
yeah, they're a little more like, oh,
No, I think they're super chill.
they are,
so-
but like if they
yeah.
have something,
you
they're
guys
just
both
like,
seem
oh,
chill. You
Yeah.
seem like good
Yeah.
people to work for.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a,
Yeah.
yeah, I think
no one's quit so far.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had really good team members. So
problem
we're
to
very,
have.
very
Yeah.
lucky for
Yeah.
all the people that stand by us. And opening our own business, I'm sure you know, it's like at the beginning, you're like, what are we doing? Like, you know, like how do we do this? But creating systems and stuff, I think that's the hardest part.
For sure.
I have to credit you with about like 95% of it. I was just there doing like the.
Well, I thrive on that. It's so much fun.
Seriously, like I said, I'm the sport cheerleader. He's the one that like, yeah, he thrives being busy. Like if
Loving
he was so busy planning like all that party, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll have more attention from you. I was like, who am I kidding? He's gonna find something else to fill in that like space.
Does it sound familiar?
Yeah.
I like being
we both
busy.
Yeah.
stay really busy, but she stays like in overdrive, like pedal down all day.
I stress out when I'm not busy. Is that weird?
No,
It's like-
I feel the same way.
Yeah, it's like let's go on vacation, not think about things. I'm like, I'm stressed. Like I need
There's
to
some
do
vacations
something.
you're good at. Like,
Yeah, but I need to get myself done, and I'm good. I can't
Yeah.
like let's put it in the back burner.
Yeah.
Well,
and
it
then-
takes a couple days. Like for me now, when I go on vacation, it takes a couple days to get in the rhythm.
Yeah.
you have
Like
to
really,
be
like
long
day
enough.
3 is when you kind of like feel like, okay, I'm on vacation.
And
now.
day 5, you're like, get me home. That's how I roll too.
Exactly.
Like
yeah.
no more than 5 days, I'm good because I have a
Yeah.
lot of stuff to do.
No,
But-
that's how it is.
but-
Okay, so in your free time, what do you guys do? I know you also train at Grit, right?
I teach at spin. Yeah, I
cycle.
teach spin. I grit. So it's been fun. I think eating out all the time.
We love eating out.
Love. What's your favorite restaurant right now?
God, have you guys been to Ocean's 48?
Dude.
I haven't been. He went.
Yes,
He loves it.
that's my favorite restaurant right now.
Is it?
Yeah, I literally said that yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So-
go next week.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's hard to beat A's.
Yeah.
I went to
We
we went to
love
A's last
A's.
night.
The original A's though.
Javier.
We did. We went to
We
A's
didn't
last
get to do
night.
Javier's.
Okay.
Oh, you
Yeah.
haven't?
Was it
We
option?
should all go
40
to dinner
Javier's?
We
one
should.
night.
Javier's,
Yeah.
let's go to Javier's.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Let's go. I'm
Yeah.
down.
You,
like-
wait, you've
Go.
never been to Javier's?
I
We
have.
have, but not the
Okay.
new like remodeled one.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's do-
Yeah, Ocean 48, like the food was
So
great.
good.
But it's, I mean, for two, what did we pay? There were 6 of us, and it was like fucking
$1,000.
Well, no, it was like
1,800 bucks.
$1,400.
It's like 600 bucks for 2
Yeah.
people to go.
And I think
It's
we got hooked
for
up
sure
too
the most
because our buddy
expensive restaurant.
Justin,
Which,
who's at the
whatever.
Oppenheim group, like set the whole thing up. The general manager knows all of them, and I
Yeah.
think we actually got it. I don't know. I could be wrong. And it was
Yeah.
like $1,400.
I mean, but the food's
It's
really
fucking
good. We
ridiculous.
haven't been to Restoration Hardware yet. I want to go there.
Yeah.
It's like
There's 3
booked
month
out
waiting
Yeah.
until
lists.
March.
Is there?
Yeah, we tried booking that too.
We can schmooze our way in there,
Yeah.
I feel like,
Oh, yeah.
between then.
We could get us a table.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm
you
down.
you guys probably have pull in the community.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on,
Oh,
are you
I'm sure.
kidding?
We
Yeah.
have
So
some
we-
friends
You got to
that-
tap into those resources.
Yeah, we have
Sure.
some friends.
We went to
Yeah.
Restoration Hardware in
New York?
Columbus,
in
Ohio.
Columbus.
Oh.
Yeah, we were
They
there
have
the
one there?
year. I know.
I know.
Yeah.
Random.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's a little area of Columbus that's like super bougie and nice, and they're moving like a bunch of Facebook and Tesla,
Tesla.
headquarters and stuff
Yeah.
out there.
Oh,
like all
shit.
their, like their digital storage stuff is going out there.
Yeah, we definitely like the bougie restaurants.
Mhm.
But like, can we wear Lululemon there? Because we
I
don't want to
know.
get
Yeah.
dressed
That's
up.
us
It
like
comes with an
athleisure wear.
asterisk.
Like this is
Yeah.
like
Long pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we-
It's like
we
jeans and a
hate-
t-shirt. I'm the same way. Like
Yeah.
hoodie, like
Uh-huh.
Well, when you go out in Newport, like especially the girls, like I look at them and it's like, how long did it take you to get ready?
Yeah.
for-
Like we
Like,
took
it's
two
a
of the
lot.
girls that
what time
worked
did your
with us.
makeup artist
Yeah,
come over to your house?
it's a lot.
We took our friends to A, and
It's a
one of
culture
them,
shock.
yeah, one of the girls was like, "Where are we going? Should I change out of my sweats?" And Andrew's like, it's fine, t-shirt and jeans." And I was like, "Tell her where we're going. She's not gonna want to wear a t-shirt and
It's
jeans."
Orange County.
Yeah, you
A
pull it off
restaurant. I
here,
was like,
you
"We
can't do it in
can."
LA,
Like,
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like it's a little different for
No,
them.
But we
It's a
also
thing,
like
for sure.
quiet, easy pickup food too.
Yeah.
Like we don't actually go to
Yeah.
nice restaurants that often. Maybe once a month. Maybe
mean-
every date night is like
We go to
Yes.
Water Grill like
Oh, yeah.
once a week, I
it-
think.
fuck, after a workout.
Because that's easy, yeah.
Like I'll show up like
Yeah.
drenched, literally. Yeah. I mean, there's just so many good options around here.
Yeah.
It's like so hard to go wrong. But
Yeah.
those are probably our top spots right now.
Yeah. So, like looking into the future for Tiny Tooth Co., you guys see yourselves then kind of like licensing, franchising, and then having this as like your headquarters.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you would kill it with that just because, like I said, no one else is doing it.
Yeah.
What advice would you guys give to aspiring dentists or people who want to be dentists?
I think personally for me is like just do the right thing, like
Mhm.
don't focus on like the money, don't focus on like the stress of like the financial stress, because I think if you do the right thing
Mm-hmm.
and serve your people, like that will come back 100%. And the second is don't take too much advice from different people, because everyone told us not to open in Orange County, especially in Costa Mesa, Newport. There are a lot of pediatric dentists next to us, if you guys didn't notice. But it's most expensive, high failure rate. But at the end of the day, is like you gotta listen to your heart,
Go with
right?
your gut.
And just go with your gut.
Yep.
Because we broke like people are like, don't do this. I'm like, I'm gonna do that. And I did almost everything that someone told me not to do because
for you
it
guys.
doesn't fit
Yep.
the mold.
Mhm.
So in your heart, like exactly what you want to do. So do it,
Yeah.
in the right way.
That's such a great point to make.
100%.
Her and I both had people in our ears when we were opening up our businesses early on. Me and I watched it happen with you several times, and it's just like you have to follow your heart. And if somebody's not doing it, there's probably a reason why, and everybody's probably not seeing something that you see. Like for example, you guys just opened up here. And you said there's a ton around. You know what that means? All those people have their lights on. That means all those businesses can survive and operate.
Exactly.
Right. So, I mean, well, you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
So the reason why all those people told you not to open is actually the reason why it's probably working. One of the reasons probably why it's working for you
Yeah.
guys.
Mhm.
That's a great point to make.
And then back to what you guys said with like your parents or your grandparents, like saying like being afraid like the gay thing would affect your business. Has it in any way?
Like it's better because
Better.
now
I know.
like we can be like super friendly with the mommies and not have the dads be like, "Wait, what the heck?" You're going
And now
to
the
see them
daddies are
again," you know?
flirting with us. So it's
Do
been
you
great.
guys think that there's undercover gay dads? I think it's a thing in Newport.
Yeah.
Like
What if it's
married
really? Oh, yeah.
couples, yes,
Yeah.
married couples where the dad may be gay, but he's married and has kids.
I would think that's like more of like an LA thing.
I hope they come. Yes.
I don't know. I heard this whole
haven't seen that.
Equinox thing that
Oh
like,
yeah.
yes.
No way.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I did hear that there's a lot of gays in the Equinox gym.
Wait, you're talking about
But like
Equinox
that
Gym?
are married
Oh.
like straight men, but they're really gay.
Hmm.
Have you
I
guys experienced any of that?
Not yet.
Okay.
Is that
Well,
even a thing?
I want the stories.
Well,
Yes,
if you
it's
are
a thing.
listening, come see us at Tiny Tooth.
It's a thing. We'll make you feel right
Yes,
at home.
yes. Feel nice and comfortable.
Yeah. No judgment.
That's
Well,
fucking
hopefully,
hilarious.
honestly, hopefully, if they are doing that, then I hope they come out and be truthful to
For sure.
Be
themselves and
comfortable, I
their kids.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. The worst thing is like living a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
it's
the
hard,
longer you wait, the
100%.
more you hurt the family too, like
Yeah.
the kids.
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah.
It's hard. I get it.
Yeah. Well, you guys are amazing.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for being here.
thanks for having
And
us.
we believe in Tiny Tooth
They
Co.
do. Thanks for
Yeah, we
coming.
believe in you guys.
Yeah,
It's been
let
nice,
us know how we can invest.
Getting to know
Yeah.
you in this short amount of time. So I'm gonna leave it off with this. I think it'll be fun because you guys are both fun and playful. I have like a list of questions here. It's kind of like a rapid fire.
Okay.
It's like who does it better between the two of you.
Okay.
You guys down?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Who's a better dancer?
Marcus,
Oh,
Who's more likely to plan the trip?
me,
for sure.
Who's the early riser?
me.
Yes.
Who's more competitive?
Me.
Yes.
All right. Who takes longer to get ready?
Marcus. True.
You guys are all in agreement on this
Yeah,
so far.
yeah.
This is good. Who's the big spender?
Marcus.
But sometimes you are. If like vacations, you spend a lot. But I spend money
Dude,
all
I'm
the time.
Asian, so I'm like,
But
where's
yeah,
all the
that's true.
discounts?
But I spend
Give us a
money
dollar,
all
I'm
the
like,
time.
Who's more likely to cry during a movie?
Marcus.
Movie?
You.
Depends on the movie. If it's Jennifer Lopez,
Oh,
he's
Jennifer
gonna
Lopez,
cry.
I'll cry.
But
Any
if it's like-
emotional sappy scene. Because Jennifer Lopez is like
Actually,
the person.
let's like there's
Why
categories.
her?
Rom-coms get him. Rom-coms don't get me. But if someone dies or something, then I'm an empathetic crier. So I get
So
like,
I cry
super
in
sad.
rom-coms, and also like if like Pursuit of Happiness or like a struggling maid, right? That worked their ass off and now they got the dream. And I'm like, oh, that's so inspirational. I cry. Yeah, like that's what
I cry every
American
single time I
Idol.
watch American Idol.
Really?
Oh, he
Yeah.
does too. You do
Water
too.
guys,
He'll
yeah.
be like
both
over
of
here and he'll
us.
start giggling.
Because
I'm like,
I'm
are you
so
watching
happy
American
for
Idol?
them.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
their
same.
life's
Or
changing.
know.
America's Got Talent. That's his other
I'm
one.
crying. I look
I
over to
know.
her. She's like,
because their dreams are happening.
I
and I
know.
love that.
it's
Like,
I
I
a human
love,
connection, emotion.
yeah, I
I
love
love
that.
that.
stuff.
We both have, yeah, so I guess we both cry.
We
But
both cry.
yeah.
You'll
Yeah.
cry on the airplane all the time. Though,
I
for
do
sure.
cry on the airplane.
Why on the airplane?
I don't know why I watch like sad
Oh, when you're
movies on
watching
there.
movies
Yeah.
on the airplane? That's hilarious.
Only on the airplane.
But also because I'm drinking and I drink champagne, so I'm like nice and buzzed and I'm like boozy tears.
It's hilarious.
Fuck.
Is that
That's
your
it.
rapid fire?
That's
That's
it, yeah.
good. Okay, cool.
Where can people find you? Social media.
Yeah, you find us at Tiny Teeth CO. So Tiny Teeth Co on Instagram.
Personally,
Andrew Vo _
under,
Marquise.
Oh,
He's
that one's hard to
undercover
spell.
over
Yeah.
here.
yeah, underscore undercover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's been great having you guys.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is super
thank you
cool. It's
guys.
been really,
Thanks for
really
having
nice.
us.
Like
I appreciate
getting
your
to know
time.
you
Those were fun.
and obviously meeting you today. But thank you for taking care of our girls. It means a lot to us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You
Thanks
know,
for letting us take care of your
I'm
guys.
stressed about Poppy's cavity actually. Every single night I've been like flossing
Aw.
her tooth.
the straight,
Sorry.
yeah, the straightest way to a parent's heart is through their kids. You
Yeah.
guys definitely earned that. So thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Thank
You
appreciate
guys
it.
are amazing.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Likewise.
Thank you.